Hi guys, so we get the keys to our house today. It's like a bit of a strange feeling because we get the keys today, but we won't be moving in for like three weeks roughly, because we're keeping the flat for a little while whilst we do some renovating at the house because there's quite a lot we want to do, and we didn't want to rush like moving in into a mess, like because I work from home. It would be chaos, and I am very stressed and OCD all the time, so if I was literally working in a bomb site I would not be productive. So we are going to be doing things quite quickly over the next 3 weeks, which is going to be pretty crazy. But I'm not sure what this video is going to be like. I'm not sure if it will end up just being a like show you the house as it is, or if it's going to end up being like a renovation vlog. I don't know, we'll see how fast things move. I do want to make sure I show clips of the room that's going to become the home gym, because I know that that's what everyone's probably going to be most interested in, and that is what I will be filming in so much. I'm so excited to be able to film workouts from home, like gym workouts though, so because I find it very hard. I don't mind filming myself in the public gym, like I'm okay with it now. I don't get as nervous as I used to, but it is hard to like, I don't like doing talk throughs in the gym or anything like that because I get a bit anxious. I don't want to get the mic out. I tried it once and I never went back. So I can do like proper like workouts, like run throughs for YouTube and for Instagram. Like I can do like try on hauls like in the gym environment. Like I'm so excited, honestly. I feel like I have like envisioned exactly what this is going to be like in my head, and if it doesn't end up like it's in my head then I'm probably going to be quite upset. But no, we've got the gym floor going down on Monday, and then we're going to order the equipment tonight once we've been in today and got the keys and just double measured everything, because I went in a while ago and measured, but me and Travis don't trust me, so we're just waiting to order the actual stuff until we've double checked it all today. But yeah, so the gym hopefully should actually be finished in like the next 2 or 3 weeks. The kitchen probably will be a while. That will probably have to move in with no kitchen for a little while, but we can use the air fryer, and there's a utility room with a sink and everything, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, all the furniture and stuff, like a lot of stuff, like we're getting wardrobes built in our main bedroom by my lovely best friend's partner Charlie, so he's doing that. We're going to take these wardrobes from in this room for the spare room, hopefully, if they travel well. Might not, might have to buy some new ones. I'm taking the bed, hopefully it'll show you the bed. Taking this bed, which is from Dusk, which I bought just over a year ago, I think. And yeah, most of the other things we're just going to buy new, so I'm so excited to do some home shopping. I've been holding back on ordering anything because number one, had nowhere to put it, like to wait until we got the keys, and number two, like I just want to double measure everything because I don't even trust myself. So yeah, but I'm super excited to share the whole process with you, and yeah, this is the start of a whole new chapter. The room, everyone's like, what the hell are you doing? This is the gym. So at the moment, I know it just looks like a really dark and dingy room, but you need to trust the vision, okay? Because we've got proper gym flooring, which is going to go obviously on the floor. And then we've got proper LED strip lights to go on the ceiling. So although it looks really dark at the moment, those lights will literally make this room like so bright, and they'll be on a dimmer switch as well. So we won't have them on full kind of power, I don't think, because they'll literally be so bright. But we also have the light from this window, so it's never going to be really, really dark in here unless it's obviously the evening and the lights were off, but the lights will be amazing. I'm going to put a mirror on this wall, like a massive mirror is what I want for that wall. And then the Smith machine and that is going there. Dumbbell rack is going here, which is so perfect. It's like the perfect like cove. It's like, it was almost like it was made for the dumbbell rack. And then we've got 2 benches, so we'll have one probably with the Smith machine, one here in front of the mirror. We've got 2 barbells, we've got plates. I'm not sure what else we're going to put in, to be honest. Like, I personally think it'd be really nice to have quite a lot of floor space, you know, for doing things and setting up hip thrusts and stuff like that. I feel like that needs something there. I don't know whether maybe we might get another like free weight rack or maybe another machine, I don't know. I want to put a Stairmaster here, but I can't find a Stairmaster that would fit in this room and you'd be able to stand on it. So that is the current situation. It's a bit of a, I actually don't know if we're going to be able to put one there, but if I can find a way, I will put one there because that would be my dream. But yeah, I think maybe, I don't know if this is too much, but I feel like a mirror there and a mirror here would be really useful, because then you can see doing things that way, but you can also see if you're on the Smith machine looking this way. It's just like so crazy. Like, I knew this house was going to be a lot of work, like we knew that from the get-go, but like I don't think I realised quite how much work. Luckily, like, you know, we can get things done like properly by people, and like, you know, the floors getting fitted all by professionals and the kitchen's getting done properly. So that's obviously something I'm really, really grateful for. But it's a lot, and I feel like it's gonna be one of those things that even like 6 months down the line when we're settled in, like it's still gonna be like, oh, we still need to do that, like we still need to do this, like, but we're just going to take it every week as it comes. And you know, I'm so lucky, I've got the most amazing family and friends. Like my mum and stepdad were in here, yeah, like we literally got the keys 2 days ago, and yesterday me, my mum and my stepdad transformed this room totally black. Bear in mind it was white before, so yeah, it's looking pretty good. It needs touching up again, like, you know, it's still got some little white bits, but the walls are really like difficult to paint because they're really bumpy, but I like the texture. I think it looks cool, like the brick wall there, like I think that looks so good in black, especially for a gym. But yeah, like there's gonna be so much to touch up, but like I know it's gonna work out and just look so good. So that is what's keeping it going. But yeah, I'm very excited to document the process. I'm not sure what this video is gonna turn out like. This will probably end up being just the gym transformation, I reckon, because that'll be done first because we've ordered all the equipment. So that'll be good. But yeah, I'll keep you posted. Hi guys, so I am coming to you finally from the home gym. This video has been a long time coming. I've been taking so many clips along the way so that I was able to make this video of kind of like the start to finish process. It's been hard, like don't get me wrong, it's so worth it, but like there was a lot of work that had to be done to get this room to look like it does today. And it's just like silly things that I just didn't realise, like when you order a dumbbell rack with like that many dumbbells on it, it gets delivered on a pallet, which was absolutely huge. And then obviously they just deliver it like pavement roadside, so that's great, but then you have to carry all the bits, all the boxes into the house. And then obviously our gym is it's in the basement, like it's technically the basement, but it's not actually underground because the middle floor of the house where the front door is ground level, but then the basement level and back garden is ground level too because we're on a slope. So we are in the basement, but it's actually like there's light outside, like I can go out that door and go into the garden. So we do have to carry it downstairs though, which was the point. And let me tell you, that was not easy. It was not easy at all. Travis was doing something that day, like to do with the house, like I think he was doing something in the kitchen. So I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll just unbox all the dumbbells in the rack and just carry it down. Oh, I was sweating. I was absolutely dripping with sweat. Like that 30 kg dumbbell and me, or both of them, were like, we were not friends. Like waddling them down the stairs was not easy. But yeah, like, you know, it's all here now. So I thought I would kind of talk through what we did first, and then I can input pictures and videos and stuff. And, you know, if you've got any questions, you can just drop them below. This, like having this in our home is such a luxury. Like I'm not oblivious to that fact. Like this, we are so lucky to have done, like have been able to do this and to have this in our house. Like it's just like absolutely incredible. Like I'm still pinching myself. We worked really, really hard for this to be able to be a priority, and we also picked this house for this reason. Like we viewed lots of other nice houses, but it's very hard to find a house with a basement room that's like all right. Like obviously it was a bedroom before, it wasn't obviously, you know, anything special in terms of a bedroom. I don't think it was actually used as a bedroom before us, but it had carpet, like the walls were white, and I think that was like that wall was green or something. And you know, it had a window and stuff, so it was livable. Whereas, you know, most houses with basements, like it's just like mud and like really rough. Like we've got a room in our basement, so basically the basement has this room, and then there's a little bathroom, and then there's like a utility slash other room which we're turning into, it's going to be like a snug, so that's going to be a snug, and then next to it will be the utility, which I'm really looking forward to, because having a utility down here will be really nice because obviously I can wash up all my shakers straight away. Like I can make my shakes like literally as I'm walking to the gym. Like it's just really convenient. And like when we're out in the garden, if we want to go grab a drink, like, you know, that utility is going to be so important. I'm really glad that we've got that done. So it's not finished yet, but it will be. I think, you know, when more of the house is finished, which I don't know when that will be, I'll make like, you know, another video with some transformations and stuff. Like obviously I'm never going to do a full house tour because it's not safe, it's quite dangerous, but I will show snippets, and especially the kitchen. I'd love to do a video on that transformation because that's going to be pretty wild. But yeah, so the actual room down here was like, it was fine. Like, so the first step was just ripping the carpet up because obviously we were putting gym floor down. It's actually quite hard to find gym flooring, like good gym flooring. Like you can go on Amazon and order, you know, like the foam puzzle pieces, which is fine, but like we knew, because we wanted like this machine on it and stuff, like it had to be heavy duty gym flooring. So it was quite hard to find it, especially that it was in stock to come quite soon. A lot of them were like, yeah, it takes up to 4 weeks, and I was thinking, well, we need the floor before anything else, so that's going to delay the whole process. So finding it in stock was, yeah, it was a bit interesting, but we've done it. So the floor came. The floor also got delivered on a pallet, but the floor actually got delivered like 3 days before we even had the keys to the house. So I originally had it coming to the flat and then realised my stepdad was like, that Arctic lorry that brings that flooring on a pallet is not going to go down the street to the flat. And I was like, comes on an Arctic lorry? Like, wow. So yeah, we had to get it delivered to my parents' street instead, which was fine, and we just kept it in my stepdad's truck. But again, who knew that gym flooring, I think we got, how many tiles did we get? Like 16? No, more than that, because these are half size. These are 50 by 100, so they're like oblong. I think we got 26 actually, but we over ordered on purpose because we were worried, because there were some funny edges in here, so we knew they were going to have to be cut. So yeah, who knew that many gym floor tiles like weighed 300 kilograms? Like honestly, me and my stepdad were like, oh, it says 300 kilograms on it. So then we had to take them one by one, which wasn't that bad because they were like 10 kilograms a tile. But obviously repeatedly lifting them up, putting them in the truck, moving them, and then obviously when we got the keys, we then had to bring them in the truck, and there's no like close access to the door down here, so you have to park out on the street and then carry it up the steps and through the garden. So that was fun, but we did that as teamwork. There was like 4 of us, I think, carrying them, so it was quite quick actually. But yeah, like that in itself was just a learning curve. Like I had no idea they were that heavy, and no idea that they were obviously like complicated to lay, like because you don't, with gym flooring, you don't actually have to stick it down like tiles or anything, because it's so heavy, it's not going to move once it's all close together, and there's stuff like this on it, it's not going anywhere. So you didn't actually have to glue it, so I thought maybe we could lay it, but then when we looked into it, there were so many edges in here and like corners and like curved bits that were going to have to be actually cut. These tiles are like that thick, so I don't know about you, but I wasn't going to be cutting them with my kitchen scissors. So we were like, right, okay, we need someone to lay them, but then finding someone in our area to lay them was quite difficult because not many people have experience in cutting gym tiles or laying them. And you got to remember, a lot of big gyms, they are just a square or just a rectangle, so they haven't got like weird coves like this room has. So yeah, it was quite difficult, and we used someone that we found on, I think it's called My Builder, and he basically said he didn't have any experience in cutting them before, but he is a tiler and he cuts lots of other tiles, and he was confident he could do it, and he actually could do it really soon as well. So we were like, yep, go for it. And he came and laid them, and he was great. Like not any problems at all. Like, he was absolutely great. Obviously they're not absolutely perfect in every area. Like as I said, the edges. This is a really old house. Like it's old rooms. The walls are all textured. Like there's brick walls, like bumpy walls. So it's not perfectly straight, all the walls and stuff. So they're not absolutely perfect, but they look great. So you know, it is what it is. Like they look really good. The only thing with them is they get very dusty. So bear that in mind if you're ever going to make your own gym. You'll be mopping them like crazy. I've given up for the minute mopping them because the mirror is going off of that wall hopefully today. So the dust from that is just going to come back, isn't it? So I'll wait to clean it until probably tomorrow. And the dumbbell rack and everything needs dusting as well, because the blind went up the other day and all the dust was like falling down. So yeah. that was that. So yeah, we ripped the carpet up, got the gym floor laid, and I think just before we actually got the gym floor laid, we painted the walls, or started painting the walls. So me, my mum and stepdad did it on a Friday whilst Travis was at work. So we just I just bought loads of black paint and we just went for it. Just saw how it would go. Unfortunately, because all the walls are different textures, you couldn't just roller it. It wasn't one of those situations. A lot of it was you had to use a brush and you had to keep dabbing. And I'd say that I reckon we did about 3 or 4 coats over the course of a few days. Like maybe some walls had more than that. But yeah, it was hard to get it from white to black. I'm never gonna lie about that because it was really difficult. But yeah, on reflection, I wish I'd looked into getting like some sort of way of spraying it, because that would have just filled all the gaps a lot easier. So if you ever do it and you've got textured walls, get some sort of spray. You know, like my stepdad said he had like a spray thing for paint, but it was too late by then. We'd already made a big dent. But yeah, like if you're ever gonna do it on textured walls, just get a spray thing, because all the gaps, like there's still a few little white ones now, or like bits where we've chipped the wall where we've like been bringing this in. So yeah, it's never gonna be perfect. It's a gym, like, do you know what I mean? Like it is just a gym. Like I'm not looking at it like I look at our bedroom being like, oh my god, the pillows aren't straight. Like it's just a gym. Like it's literally, the more rustic and kind of, you know, rough it is, I think the better, because that's what gyms are. So yeah, we painted the walls and that was interesting, but we did it. And you know, once the flooring and the walls were painted, we were looking at it and we were like, it looks a bit weird, but I can kind of see where this is going. So I'm pretty sure after that, Travis put the strip lights up. So we got strip LED lights. I'm pretty sure, I want to say they're from LWS Lighting or LWG. It's something like that. I can always link them below if I can find the link in my emails. My emails are like a black hole right now. Like honestly, good luck finding anything in there. But yeah, I think they're from LWG Lighting or LWS Lighting, something like that. I keep getting emails like promo from them, so I'm pretty sure that's them. But I've ordered other lights for the house, so it could be something else. So yeah, we ordered them offline. Like I ordered them quite early on as well. I'm pretty sure I ordered them before we got the keys, and they arrived just before we got the keys as well. But basically, we were just looking for, because we were looking at other gyms, like so Block where we were going, or where we still go sometimes, like has like big circle lights, and if you stand in the right place, they are really good, like for bodybuilding and for like, you know, kind of seeing progress and stuff. They are good, but they're not the best. They're not like the best lighting I've ever used in a gym, and because they're kind of circle, they really like spotlight the area you're in, but then if you go slightly to the side, like you can't really see anything, whereas strip lights really put out the light like for like a long area. So when we started going to another gym that had lights like these, they were a little bit different, but they were similar. I was filming in there and I started to realise that it didn't really matter where I was filming, the lighting was hitting me like in some way. So we quickly realised, obviously, they would be best, and we thought, well, they're like 5 foot long, so we knew that we'd need 2. At the time, obviously, like I said, we ordered them before we had the keys, and I couldn't remember like what the lights were like in here. I was like, I actually can't remember what the lighting situation was in here. So we took a risk, and we were thinking, oh my god, like if it's only got one light in here, then we're gonna have to do like a big, or Travis is gonna have to do like a big rewire thing to kind of get it another one over here. But luckily we walked in and there was 2 lights in here in the right places, so we were like, wow, that's cool. But the only issue with the lights was like clipping them in, and the ceiling isn't straight, it's like so that was another thing. I think they had to put like a block of something like to like level it out. I don't know, they had to do something that I don't understand. But I watched, and you know, I've learned a lot the past few weeks. Like there's things that I never knew and never would be able to do that I can now do and understand, and I think that's so cool. Like, you know, I'm becoming more educated in house stuff, and that's obviously the part of my life I'm in right now, so it's good. So yeah, lights went up and then it started to look sick, like really sick, because you could tell what it was gonna be. The lights, like, I can't recommend them enough to people. Like, they are really good. They were £174 for 2. which I don't think is that bad considering the price of like house lights and stuff, like, you know, like all the hanging lights and stuff that you put in your dining room and like living room. I thought these were actually quite a good deal, and they are very bright, as you can tell from this video. Like, we've had a bit of a problem with dimming them, so I thought they were dimmable, and I still think they are. But we tried like four different dimmer switches, and they either just don't dim or they do dim but they flicker. And yeah, it just hasn't gone very well. This is them on dim, so basically this switch that we ended up with, this is them on dim, and then if you turn it up, they go even brighter, but it's not very dimmed. So we're probably going to look into that later down the line, but maybe they're just not dimmable lights, which is fine. I'm sure we'll get over it. But yeah, that was a bit of a palaver because we kept changing these dimmer switches thinking this is the one, and then it wouldn't work. So it was like, it's not the one. But yeah, so basically lights went in, floor was in, walls were painted. God, now I've got to remember what was next. I feel like the next bit, well, the next bit was my stepdad put in that radiator cover. I'll insert pictures and videos and stuff of all the things I'm talking about, and then at the end I'll just do a tour. Yeah, so basically there was a white radiator, so we painted it black, but it still looked pretty rubbish. So my stepdad was like, why don't you just order a radiator cover on Amazon and I'll paint it? And I was like, okay, like if you want to. So I ordered a grey one, and he painted it black, and it looks so smart because it's like a shelf, like it's really, really useful. So yeah, radiator cover was on as well, and then the dumbbell rack came. Obviously I've already spoke about that. Absolute pain in the bottom, having to carry them all. On reflection, probably should have got the pallet dropped at the back way, but the lorry would never have got down there, so it would have obviously been, providing they had a pallet mover thing that would go down that hill. This thing that came, they had an electric one, so obviously it like didn't just roll, but if you just have a manual one, like it would be too heavy, like it would probably just pull them down the hill. So yeah, on reflection, probably should have done that, or got them delivered a bit at a time or something, I don't know. But yeah, that was tough. But me and Travis built the dumbbell rack, put it together. Unfortunately, I thought it went the other way on the first shelf, so I was like, yes, 100% this way, and we put it together, and then we looked at it and he was like, that's not the way it goes, and I was like, no, it's not, is it? So then we had to undo that and do them all again, but luckily we'd only done one shelf at that point, not all three. So yeah, I learned a lesson with that as well. So yeah, I put the dumbbell rack together, I put the dumbbells on it, and then it started to look a bit like a gym. After that, I can't remember which order everything went in after that. Things just started arriving. I know we put the big black mirror up here, so that mirror went up, and then that mirror is my favourite. I'm pretty sure I got it from B&Q, but like B&Q Marketplace, like B&Q, I've learned in the past few weeks, they do loads of stuff on their website, just not actually retailed through them. It's from other sellers, but like you can order it on B&Q. So like I got all my hangers from my gym wardrobe from there, like the trouser ones. I don't know, it's called like Olipa or something like that, the brand. But yeah, that mirror is my favourite. If we could have fitted that on the other wall sideways, we would have, but it just won't fit, it's too big. But yeah, I can't recommend that enough. Like, we were really stuck between getting a black frame mirror or getting just a panel of glass and putting it on the wall, but I just think this looks so much better, especially as we have textured walls. I just don't think the panel of glass would have sat right. And then there was the choice between, do we get a panel of glass, put it on a bit of wood, and then put LEDs around it? But again, it's not going to benefit anything. Like, it might look quite cool, but it's not going to benefit your pictures, it's not going to benefit your lighting, like it's behind the mirror. So yeah, decided against that, went for this one, really. And then I think the benches came. So Travis put the benches together. They're from BLK box, so I think it's like black box, but it's BLK box. Both of them, it was £404, I think, so like £200 each. That's with delivery. So I think they were actually like 190 something each before delivery, which I thought was quite good. We wanted the ones that you like unhook it to go down rather than pull out the little pulley thing, because they always break. If you've never been to a gym with one of them broken, then you haven't been to the gym enough times, because they break in every gym I've ever been to. So yeah, we ordered the ones where you just like manually do it. It's so much better, and they also go on decline, which was really important for me, so I can do hip thrusts and stuff. because sometimes I find it really uncomfortable with the bench sideways, like on my back. I'm only 5'2" and it's sometimes just a little bit high, so we made sure we got the decline one so that we could do that. But yeah, I love the benches. They're just all black. The logo is like, it's just a box like ingrained it into the bench, so you can't even see it. Like, it's really nice. I would hate it if the benches had like big white writing on them. Like, that would just ruin it. So yeah, benches came, plates came. They're from Mirror Fit, the same as the dumbbells in the rack. This is all paid for, like nothing was sponsored or an ad or anything like that. And the barbells came as well. The one barbell was from Mirror Fit with the plates, so we did 100 kilograms of plates and one barbell. But then we also ordered another barbell, which was, so we got a 5 foot and a 6 foot barbell. We could have a 7 foot to go that way, but we couldn't have a 7 foot to go this way because this also goes into a rack, or like has rack attachments. So we had to get ones that would fit. I can't remember where the 5 foot one was from. It was £60, like just on its own, which was quite good for a barbell. But I can't actually remember where I got it from, so sorry. But just type in 5 foot barbell because there's not that many of them. But yeah, I really like the 5 foot one. It's actually still really heavy, but it's like it's easy to maneuver and it still fits all your plates on it. And like for hip thrusts and stuff, I much prefer that. Like when you have a massive long barbell, you don't need all that bar. It's like this, isn't it? Whereas that's really nice. So yeah, the barbells came. We got the barbell holder off Amazon. It was like £35. It's got five bar holders in it. So that's really good because we don't need that, but we've got some spares. And then last but not least, I think, was this big thing. So Travis built mostly of that. I assisted at a lot of times, but I did not understand the instructions. Like, honestly, massive respect to him because he said that what he does at work is like that, but like a million times worse. And I was just looking at these pictures. There's just loads of numbers, those little pictures, and I'm just like, there's no words. How does that make sense? Like, I was honestly just looking at it. I was like, no. I was like, you read it, pass me things, tell me what to do. Like, you know, I can do that, but there's no way I would make any sense of that. And I think in total it took about 3 days, like 3 days, like full days. But like we were doing it in the evening and stuff after work, but like from like 4 o'clock till like nighttime, like quite late. And then there was one day where like he was here like all day. So yeah, I think in total it took about 3 days, maybe more. And like, I don't know if anyone's ever, I've never thought about this, you know, like cable pulleys, like, do you know how hard they are to make work? Like to weave them all in over all the wheels and stuff? Absolutely not. I would never choose to do that again. Like, it was horrible, and we did it all, and then we realised we'd done something wrong. In fact, we realised we'd done a few things wrong along the way, and we had to undo it all and do it again. And yeah, I'm just glad Travis was here because I would have just lost it. Like, I'm so impatient and so like, just I have to do everything right the first time, and if I don't, I lose it. I'm like, oh, what's the point? Like, let's just give up. Whereas Travis is like, come on, let's just redo it. It's fine. So he kept my peace, definitely. But yeah, so this was eventually built. It's really good. Like, the only thing that I don't like about it, and I wish I'd kind of understood this at the start. So basically, it's a cable machine, which is great. It's a rack because we've got the rack upgrade, but we haven't put it on yet, but we will. And it's also a Smith machine, which I thought sounded amazing. The only thing is, the Smith machine, you don't put plates on it. It connects to the cables, which theoretically is actually really good because that's so much easier than putting plates on and off, right? But for things like Bulgarian split squats, anything leggy, it's not practical because you have to hook it on at the bottom of the movement. If you hook it on at the top, you get no range of motion. It just slams back into where you were. So you have to hook it on at the bottom. And if you're hooking it on heavy, you can't just like lift it up with your hands and go under the bar. Like, you have to go under the bar and push it up with your body. It's not very comfortable, not gonna lie. So if you're looking at this, this was from Fitness Superstore. Just bear that in mind. We were looking at it yesterday thinking, can we just modify it and put a different bar through it and have it stick out the ends and just put plates on it? But I just don't think it would work. So yeah, like, I think for certain exercises, you're either gonna have to go lightweight, high reps, or just do them at the gym, which is fine. Like, you know, it's really not the end of the world. But that was just something to bear in mind, and I wish we'd known that at the start because we probably would have looked for a plate loaded one instead. But obviously, like,
we only had a certain amount of space for this, so this was what we chose because it would fit and we'd still be able to get past it there. But there is talk about maybe moving it that way, but we don't know yet. So yeah, it's all been a journey, but so worth it. I'll now just do like a little tour and just attach that at the end. If the mirror goes up today and I can get like a picture of that, then I'll include that too. But yeah, overall, it's the best thing we've ever done. Like, I've only been to the gym twice since we moved in, and it was just for cardio because obviously I haven't got a Stairmaster here. Trust me, I did look, I tried, but they were like 7.5 foot minimum, and the ceiling's only 7-8. And obviously, when you stand on a Stairmaster, you stood on it, so it's higher than what the machine is, isn't it? Like you are. So we couldn't get a Stairmaster to fit, but maybe in the future it could happen because, like I said, there's a muddy room next door, like an actual basement room. And Travis was saying the other day, like, we could dig deep into the floor in there and then obviously like make it look alright and then put the Stairmaster like in it. So that could happen. But for right now, I'm just really happy. Like, we're training in here quite a lot. Like, it's convenient, it's really nice for content and stuff. Like, I've already got some really good videos, and like for me, that's obviously really important for my job and what I do. And it also means for like clients, like, you know, if they say, oh Lily, I'm really struggling with this exercise, normally I'd be like, I'd go and do you a demo, but I'm not in the gym right now because I obviously train first thing in the morning. Whereas now, if I'm working in my office and someone sends me that, I just run downstairs and go, let me do your demo. Like, so it's just really, really, really convenient for work. And obviously, like, it's Saturday morning now. After I film this, I'm just going to train and, you know, just get some more content and kind of like start the day right. But we've got a few house things to do today, unfortunately. Don't buy a house if you're not expecting just loads of stuff to go wrong and just there to be a forever ending to-do list, because there is. But yeah, it's fun though. Like, I do moan about it, but it is fun. Like, actually seeing all the things that you're doing together like come to life and be a thing is like so cool, because it's like, wow, like we did that. So yeah, like it's been fun, it's been stressful, but yeah, no, it's been really fun. And I'm just really excited to have, like, you know, like we can have our friends over and stuff to use the gym now as well, like, you know, every now and then. And like, it's just social, isn't it? And like, it's so good for me and Travis. So yeah, it's been fun. But I'll do a little video at the end and just like kind of show all the bits individually, although I've got loads of videos that will be attached in this of what it looks like. But yeah, I'm really happy that I documented the progress along the way, because it just does show, doesn't it, like how quickly things can go from looking like one thing to looking like a total different thing. I think people thought we were crazy when we said we're painting it black, but we knew that that's the colour it had to be, for it to look like a gym. And like, for people that understand like bodybuilding and like aesthetics and stuff, like a black background and an LED light is like a bodybuilder's dream, like to be able to see your progress and to see your muscles. So a lot of people that are like, why are you painting it black? That's why. But it also looks really neat. Like, you've got to remember, all gym equipment pretty much is black. So imagine we painted this cream and got like cream flooring, and then you just had like this massive machine that's black, benches black, like it would just look stupid. So yeah, it had to be black. But I love it. I think it looks so good and really smart, and yeah, just really happy we did it. But I will see you next Sunday. No idea what the video will be, because at the moment it's really just whatever I can manage. But I might try to do like a spend a few days with me, although they will mostly just be in this room and the office room because there's not much other places to go. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But I hope you have a lovely day and lovely rest of your week, and I'll catch up with you next week. So as you walk in, you've basically got the shelf up there. This is where the new mirrors go in. So it's not actually as big as I thought it was going to be, so I'm not sure, it might look a bit silly. I might have to use it somewhere else and get another one, but that's going to go there so that you can see yourself from the Smith machine. We've got one bench here. Obviously they move around, so it just happens to be here today because I was doing split squats yesterday. But then you've got the dumbbell rack, the window. The window had no blind or curtain on it, but like, because it's in the background of the mirror pictures from the other mirror, it just like threw off the light in with the daylight, so we got a blind. The blind has actually outraged people at the fact it was £62, but because it's a really awkward size, it had to be custom made. So I looked online and pretty much everywhere was around £60. So just had to suck it up. But yeah, there's definitely one of the more expensive things for what it actually is, but you know, is what it is. And then we've moved these. They were over there, but they were in the way because of the Smith machine. So the barbell holders are just there, holding obviously the 6 foot and the 5 foot barbell. And then we've got the plates on the wall like that. I'm obsessed with that. I think it looks so good. Like, not to blow our own trumpet, but it does look really good. And it's in the perfect place, and like it's in the background of like pictures and videos, and I really like how it looks. We just got them. Actually, I forgot to include that in my TikTok. Those holders, they were off Amazon as well. I'm pretty sure. I want to say they were like £30 for 2, and we obviously got 4, something like that. I don't know, but yeah, they were a bit of a pain to get in the wall because obviously the walls are really old, but it worked. So for the minute they're up. Ask me in 6 months, they might not still be. And then obviously the Smith cable machine. This, as I said, the Smith machine part of it is a bit awkward, but the cable part is amazing. Like, you can do so many different cable exercises, like kickbacks, abductions, cable step ups, all the upper body. It's got all the attachments on the back. I'll go closer so that you can see. It came with all them as well, which I thought was quite good. Like, you've got your rope, you've got your easy bar, you've got straight bar, you've got the close grip row. Like, you've got your D handles, comes with chains as well to lengthen the attachments. Like, it is really good, the amount of stuff it comes with. Each stack is 90 kilograms, so obviously they're connected if you're doing like the bar or anything with both the cables, so you can go up to 180 kilograms, which is good. This is the radiator cover, which I think looks so smart. Obviously, excuse my barbell pad sticking out with the pink. So what Travis thinks we should do here, and I agree, is ignore that. We're gonna get rid of it. It was the exercise like chart, but we don't really need it, and it just looked a bit weird. So what we think we're gonna do here is, this was where we could have moved this to, so we're still not 100% decided, but what we think we're gonna do is put a little shelf on the wall and then put the other walking pad, because we've got a spare walking pad now here, so we can do our steps and I can do work and stuff after my session or before my session or whatever. And then up here, put a pull-up bar. There is a pull-up bar on this, which you can see there, which is great, but there's a beam there, unfortunately. So I can do neutral grip pull-ups there, and my head just fits, which is great, but Travis can't do wide grip, and neither can I, because you hit your head. So he wants another place to do them, which is fine, because that area at the moment is just totally wasted. So that, I think, makes a lot of sense. And then last but not least is obviously the mirror. As I said, I literally love this mirror. Like, I think it is so nice. It's really good quality. It was really heavy. It fits that wall perfectly. I can't remember how wide it is, but it's 180 long, I'm pretty sure. So it's a big mirror. It's a big old mirror. But it fills that wall so nicely. It makes the room look really nice. It's perfect for pictures. Like, when you're doing anything here in front of it, like, you can see exactly what you're doing. Like, yeah, just that mirror is probably my favourite thing of the gym, which is weird because it actually doesn't do anything in terms of exercise. But yeah, no, it's one of my favourite parts. But yeah, that is the gym. And it's funny, isn't it? Because that's all you really need. Like, I was saying to Trav the other day, most of my sessions I've done this week are the exact same session I would have done at the gym. Like, there's not much I can't do apart from, like, obviously, like leg press or leg extension. But to be honest, I don't really do them anymore anyway. So yeah, like, I've been doing a lot of free weights lately and a lot of cables, and like, that's perfect. So yeah, welcome to our gym. But I'm super excited because, like, it's just so nice. So nice to be able to use it, and like, we had a vision of it for so long to now actually see it. It's like, wow, like, it actually came to life and actually looks pretty good. I think it looks better than I ever thought it would look. Like, I knew it was going to look alright, but I didn't know if it would actually look good as such. But it looks so good, like, it really does. And like, it's just, yeah, it's my favourite thing ever. And like, for work and everything, like, it's just so beneficial. Like, I know some people might think like, that's ridiculous that you don't need that in your house, but like, we spend probably, I don't know, 5-6 days a week at the gym. So obviously that's driving to the gym, back from the gym, like, and like, it's my job, like, you know, so it is a huge part of our lives. And like, this is more important to us than like having, like, we could have done loads of stuff with this room, you know. It could have been like a little I I don't know, like a little bar, or like you could have made it like a wardrobe room, like with loads of built-in wardrobes, or like you could have made it loads of things, couldn't you? Like, but to us, this is the only thing we cared about, and like, you know, everyone is so different. So I think having this as a priority was definitely a huge thing for me, and like obviously a huge thing for Travis as well. So we're so very similar on what we think is important, which is really nice. And we're both equally as eager to just get things done. Like, I do not want to just be like, oh yeah, we'll do that next month. Oh yeah, maybe we'll do it like if we got a bit of time. Like, no, like let's stay up late, let's sacrifice like, you know, other things and just get it out of the way. And then you can go back to doing normal life. And that's what we've done. Like, this gym transformed in like 10 days. There's a few things that obviously weren't right, like the Smith wasn't here, I don't think, after 10 days, but everything else pretty much was done. So it was still usable. Like, we used it before the Smith was even here and just did free weight exercises. So once that was here, I think it was within like 2.5 weeks this was done, and like that's pretty fast. Alongside obviously we're both working full time, so yeah, but I'm super happy with it. If you've got any questions at all, just let me know. One of the biggest questions is people keep messaging me saying, so are you personal training in person again? And the answer unfortunately is no, not for the minute. I don't have any plans to. Just because like everything else that's going on at the minute has been pretty heavy. But if that changes, I will obviously make a post about it. And I've got a big announcement coming soon, actually. So I'm not gonna give anything away, but there's a big announcement coming. So I can't wait to share that with you all. And I'm just really excited for this to all just come, you know, together, because I just feel I've got a really good feeling about this year, like a really good feeling. So I just think it's going to be so nice to watch it all play out.